came here today to do something.
I
can't remember what.
This is true. The best part is you can't pull out last time on D&D on me and have me explain everything. At least not this time.
Well, Garth, what did happen
happened
last time?
Yeah,
literally nothing. Eat my ass.
People got paid for that. Sorry, man.
Why?
People whose asses don't get eaten for free, dude. What the fuck?
Okay, you know, let's move forward. Let's move forward from this situation.
I'm changing music. Chill the fuck out. Bikini bottom. I mean,
Bikini bottom.
Close enough, right? We're all here, yes?
In theory.
I believe.
Is Rebecca here? I see that.
Yes, I'm here.
Just confirming. I see the away thing on Discord. I'm like confused because you're in the channel, so I don't know how that works. So, all of you, welcome to Driftweaver's Bay. As you guys are huddled in one of the sort of outer walkways near the stables, having walked out here and still simply standing here, you see many a type of people. Some are just plain humans. You see some elves, you see some dwarves, you see some dragonborn, and you see some other races which some of you have never seen before in your life. How interesting. Their attire and kit for work are equally diverse. Some are craftsmen, blacksmiths, and cobblers and such. Others are just simple colonists, walking around doing their day-to-day, talking who they need to talk to, running the errands they need to run. And then, standing clear amongst them, some people that you guys might be familiar with, referred to collectively by the townspeople as second waivers. You guys are amongst this rank and file. And you guys stand very clear amongst all this, you and your fellow second waivers, simply because, well, a lot of things. Your equipment looks a bit more fresh. You know, metal untested in more than one ways. And a large number of second waivers have this glint to them, glint to their eyes. This sort of shine at a new world. One that, well, you've only experienced from the safe comforts of Driftweaver's Bay for only a week. 1 week. As we mentioned before, what you did during that week is up for grabs. We'll either discuss it later, you and I, or we can bring it up. But one thing all of your individual singular weeks here in the Bay had in common was the lovely lady standing before you. You all know her as Charlotte, but everyone around town calls her the Guild Gal. She's dressed in stylish but functional sort of riding attire. Knee-high boots, flowing garb, and a badge that identifies her. Something that signifies she is someone of rank and status here in the Bay. You know why she's of rank and status, because she's the one that personally gives out missions. Any mission filed, any contract ordered, any request parlayed into, inevitably, if approved, will go into her hands, and from her hands and mind to yours. And that is exactly what she is doing standing with you guys at the stables. There is a horse-drawn cart, drawn by 2 horses. Whatever gear that you don't have tucked onto your person is chucked onto the cart. And you guys are all standing in a semicircle around Charlotte. And she has a warm smile on her face, clipboard in her hand, her braids flying a bit. It's a bit windy here in the bay, just naturally from the ocean wind. She does a head count, pointing with her pen one by one and looking down at her clipboard, confirming that you are who you are and that you are present. And then as she finishes the last one, she clicks her pen. Well, here's a sound effect. There you go. And looks up at all of you. And that is all of you. Before I get started with the debriefing, do you guys have any questions, fears, concerns that I could help with? She looks at all of you. No?
Not at the
personally.
moment, no.
Very well. Let me start with the debriefing. I'm afraid the information on it is a bit... she has like a forlorn look on her face. A bit lacking, but hopefully you could find it out yourself. From what I've heard, the outer watch posts saw something these past couple of days, and they're wondering what it is. You guys will be going to that very watch post soon enough, and she gestures to the wagon. So perhaps you can ask the guards there for further details. But they report multiple figures walking around in the dead of night after all the lights have gone off, down by the coast. They say the figures emerge out of the water and shamble around before dawn comes back. They go back into the depths. We're wondering ourselves if there's some sort of traitorous activity, but I personally am a bit against the idea, because last I checked, the traitors can't breathe underwater. At least to my knowledge. She says with a chipper smile. But maybe you find out, no? Find out if we have water-breathing traitors on the island. It's not an island, but she refers to it as such. Want to make that clear.
Oh, okay.
You guys are actually on an island.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any questions? If not, that's fine.
Not so far.
This is your first missions out, yes? Hopefully you guys will have an easy time.
Well, I
There-
open.
There is always the question of compensation.
Compensation will be split between all of you a few hundred gold.
Not
Okay.
at that.
Mm-hmm. So is that like 200 gold, or is that...
It'd basically be 300 gold split.
Ah, okay, cool.
Like, yeah, multiple
Like
ways.
6 ways?
Cool.
Mhm.
6 for players, 1 including NPC, so 7.
Just
That being said,
something each.
that being said, my NPC doesn't care, so
So it's 50 gold each.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
start small.
I mean, 50 is nothing to scoff at.
So everything's under the scoff out.
What does this cart look like? Is it like an empty box kind of deal?
Yeah, it's like it doesn't have 4 wheels, it only has 2 just for the back, and it's basically just 2 benches, left and right, and then empty space the whole way, and a front riding seat to obviously control the horses with. It's big enough to hold all of you, with 1 spare spot in the back, at least.
Okay.
I'll look to Charlotte and I'll ask, are we allowed to make modifications on this vehicle?
You'll be returning the vehicle will be returning shortly after dropping you off. Doesn't know. It's only there to take you to the watch tower.
Fair enough.
Unless you wish to walk to the watchtower.
How
He
far
says
away
with
is that?
mischievous smile.
Yeah, let's not do that.
I was still
Probably
very
like
far.
Probably like a mile.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yes, let's not fiddle with the cart then.
My response would be putting this very heavy chest with a bolt lock on it onto the cart. Gdunk.
She didn't say anything. She eyes it, but she doesn't say anything.
Okay.
So, is there anything else?
Hmm,
I have other things to do. But when you finish the mission, come back and find me.
of course.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
She does a bow and a flourish of her long skirt.
What are we
I
to bring
reciprocate.
back?
Well,
As
it
ever.
depends on what you find out. If you find traitors, then bring back their heads. Or ears. If you find something else, then bring back something in relative accordance.
Very well.
She nods. Keep in mind, you don't actually have to go out of your way to produce results. If there's nothing and there's only drunken guardsmen out there, then that is its own problem. But not yours.
Okay, I understand.
Alright.
Mhm.
Fairly well. She turns on the Heroines walking away. Back into the hustle and bustle of the Bay's citizens.
Mhm.
Thy NPC... Well, I guess I'm controlling two NPCs because O's not here. So, he is an NPC for now. Your Water Genasi, clerical friend, hops onto the cart.
Okay. Guess I'll follow suit then. I'll just jump
Yep.
up on.
I sit across
Me
from
too.
them.
Hop on up.
I'll ask Rhaenys to keep an eye on my chest, and then I'll stride alongside the horse. Bow drawn, air knocked, but not drawn.
Fair enough. She'll do so. Your... Well... fellow... Because you have two... Gunners... loads some rounds into his rifle, and then shoulders it. And you guys all hop onto the cart. And then, from one of you, I don't know which one of you, but I'm assuming one of you, get you going out the gates and onto the... it's not well traveled, but it's better than walking through anywhere else. Out the gates onto the road. So, my dear friends, because I told you and gave you fair warning, as you guys are all sitting on the cart, some of you more strangers, better strangers than others, what do you guys all look like? And we're going to start with a randomly rolled person.
Damn it.
You're not gonna give us a choice this time. You're just gonna be like, no, fuck you.
We go from 1 to 5, 1 being top at Rebecca, 5 being bottom with Fred. In the Discord list. In the Discord list.
Hmm.
Okay.
Alright,
Okay.
congratulations, Kirsty. What does your character look like as your companions are sitting around?
Me, okay.
What do you look like?
Me? So I'm a tiefling. So pretty much I've got long dark hair. It's sort of black, but kind of it's sort of browny. I've got tanned skin, black eyes that are kind of bluish, but it's really, really dark.
Classic.
Yeah. I've got a scar along my right cheek that sort of goes down from the jawline up, looking like I've been slashed by maybe an animal or a knife or something. So it looks like claw marks. My horns are like really dark brown, and they're like rams. They kind of come up round my head and then up to where my sort of cheeks are. And I've got a little kind of jewel hanging down, like a purple kind of teardrop jewel hanging off of that. And then my clothes are pretty much just straight shirt, trousers, boots, really practical. I've got a little pouch for my mouse. He's called Augustus, by the way. And
Yes.
And yeah, I've got a little satchel at the side. It's got my stuff in. It's got my wizard book. It's just this battered leather-bound thing. And that's pretty much it.
What sort of expression do you have sending out the gates? Are you excited? Afraid? Bit of both?
Yeah, more kind of weary and sort of excited, I guess. If that makes sense. No, that probably
Interesting
makes
way of
sense.
putting it.
Yeah, I'm just sort of like glad to be here, but at the same time not too sure how it's going to go.
You're happy and you're excited, but you're hesitant.
Yeah, we'll say that, yeah.
Alright. Alright, thus the count reduces by 1. 1d4, let's go. Still the same thing. Rebecca, how does your character look?
Well, I actually wrote a description.
You're free
So-
to read it out.
I will read. My description is, I am a human in his late 20s of average height and medium build. I have long, curly brown hair and brown eyes. I'm wearing a gray linen robe, which is worn but well kept and of good quality, and decent leather shoes. I've got a pair of Poindextery circle-shaped glasses on my face, and I have kind of a sullen resting bitch face.
Nice.
So
Lovely.
my overall presentation is kind of standoffish, prickly. Just a little bit anxious, excited, but probably a little bit more, don't talk to me.
What did the clothes and what was the skin tone again?
He has
Wow, I needed a skin tone.
he has brown. He has like tan brown skin, brown hair.
Classic.
Anyways,
Do you have your spellbook on hand, or do you have that very important wizard item?
Yeah, I have it. It's in my explorer's pack, which is like a backpack full of my.
Full
Look
of
like a kid on my
exploring-
first day of school.
Full of exploring shit.
Yeah.
That's why it's an explorer's pack. Fair enough. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. And now we get to you two. It's like presenting first in class, Now that you're done, you get to watch the other one squirm.
Yeah. Oh,
dun
no,
dun
it's
dun
great.
dun dun dun.
Ah. Fred. Or should I say
Yeah.
Tanum?
Tanum is fine. Tanum, he walks with a bit of a swagger. Kind of reminds you of a panther or a tiger. He's dressed in a black gambeson with a thick leather belt strapped atop of that. From that belt hangs a side quiver at his left hip, and he's got 2 short swords that are sheathed one on top of each other on his right. He has a short, cropped, almost trimmed down hair, and he's clean shaven. And the most prominent feature of his face are his green eyes. That they sort of stand out in his otherwise relatively tan complexion. He's got an owl sitting on his shoulder. Looks something like this.
Feel free to post whatever you need to post. I don't mind. Cool, motherfucker. As you have your bow drawn and such, do you pay much mind to your traveling companions, or you keep an eye on your surroundings more?
His demeanor, his expression is vigilant,
Fair enough.
businesslike in a way.
So do you not pay much of a second glance to your companions other than getting their initial features?
His ears are paying more attention than his eyes.
Fair enough.
I'll,
Hmm?
the owl. The name of the owl is Uila.
I don't know how to spell that.
Please type that out.
You're human, right?
Yes, I am human.
Okay.
Yeah, we just need to confirm. We don't want any, these non-human folk around. They're really sabotage. Just kidding. I only slightly endorse racism in this. Alright, so. There's only 2 of you left. So.
Flip a coin. Flip a coin. Damn it! I was so close to going last. I made it so far. All right, let me get my.
So
little
close yet
description.
so far. So what do you look like, Sandra?
Let me bring up my little thing, because I had this poorly spaced and I can't read it. I have it written down, so I'm not completely
sure.
honest. I sent the thing to you. Okay, so they are wood elf, like 6'6". They're a tall motherfucker, because elves.
Jesus.
Elves
This
are
is very
tall
tall.
as shit, yo.
Not in my world.
Well, shit. Can I just make them
You can
6 foot?
change it now. You can
Yeah.
change it now. I always figured they're the same size as humans. Maybe a bit taller, but like half a foot at most.
Let's just make them like 5'10" in that case.
Fair enough.
So when I was giving you all shit about being short, they're like only slightly taller than you. Anyways.
Go on.
More of like an angular face, darker skin, like mostly like through just a lot of tan rather than like naturally dark skin. Blue eyes, blonde hair, but the hair is tucked under a like tri-corner hat, like the pirate hat. They have a long. Don't laugh.
I didn't anticipate that though.
Of course they have a tri-corner hat. They have a long dark cloak with kind of abnormally bright green accents. And important bits. They have a pistol on their hip, and they have 2 scimitars strapped to their back under their backpack. Which the backpack looks like it's a complete fucking mess. But like if they ever reach in there, it's just like reach in, pull out thing really fast. Like it's well organized for them. But it looks like a fucking
It's
tragedy.
organized chaos, is what
Exactly.
I'm hearing. Or a bag of holding.
Sure. Let's say I definitely have the bag of holding.
You don't have a bag of holding. Eat my ass.
I know.
You just call it that.
Yeah.
The bag of holding. Eat my ass.
Yeah, and that's about the important details of them.
What's your expression like? at this
Expression?
moment?
They look kind of nonchalant, but like they're paying attention to their environment, but they're like nonchalant about it, if that makes sense.
Fair enough.
Yeah. They don't easily drop their guard, but they make it look like they're dropping their guard, if that makes sense.
Well, if your companions are able to tell that out of first glance, you're not doing a great job of it. I just want to say.
Okay, fair. So it just looks like they're nonchalant and uncaring.
There you go.
Yeah. Almost like they're like they probably have the hat like tilted forward, so it looks like they're almost taking a nap.
Mm-hmm. The classic.
Yeah. Anyways, 1d1 thinking emoji.
What unlucky chance.
You could have actually rolled a
Alright.
d2 to see if it was him or the NPC.
Fair enough. But yeah. Samuel. What do you look like? I swear to God.
I'm not. No, listen. I'm not doing it this time.
You can do it afterwards. I'll allow that. But just do it initially.
Yeah, no, not right now. Not right now. Okay. So, what you see is a young man. You couldn't expect them to be older than 20 at the most, and that's giving him some age. Like messy black hair, not unkempt, but he doesn't comb it really. Light blue eyes, almost gray in the right light. Tan skin, mostly you can tell from not being outside, just born with it. Wears like a teal cloak with a slight gold yellow trim over just plain clothes, nothing fancy under the cloak. Keeps his you see a spell book like on his hip, like a little holster, I guess, a little case that he has on.
A little quick open, snap open case for. Gotcha.
You can tell slightly pointed ears, so at least half elf. Looking around, nervously excited. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Nervously excited. You have a smile on your face, or you just sort of.
Yeah, little grin.
Fair enough.
Oh, he's also like short. He's like 5'6". I forgot to mention that.
Thank you for representing the other side of the spectrum. Thank you for that taking inspiration. No, I was kidding. Maybe at a later point I'll be able to arbitrarily handle inspiration like that, but not right now. You guys already saw O's token, so I'm not gonna try to butcher his description for it because he hasn't sent me one. But you guys saw O's token. If not, then if you look on Roll20, boom, there it is.
Shazam.
Ah, yes.
She's clearly not human. I'm not sure if you guys picked that up, but she's not human.
They're blue. Humans come in blue, correct?
Yeah, it's like an avatar.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's what O's character, that's what Rainy's looks like.
Alright.
She looks very affectionate, caring, warm. A genuine quirk. Your rifleman is dressed in scale mail armor. He has a helmet which is unoriginal to that scale mail armor. It's some sort of plate helmet, and you can see his blue eyes peek out through it. From underneath his armor, you see a red sash wrap around his waist and sort of fling outwards. And he also, similar to the unoriginal design of his helmet, has a pauldron on his left shoulder. On that pauldron is a simple painted, amidst the gray of it, a white arrow that points up. And then extending out from underneath the pauldron, on the pauldron, just down his upper arm to his elbow, are a series of armbands. They're all in different languages, but those of you that speak more than one language realize that they probably all say the same thing. Elven, in Elven, in Dwarven, in forced written Nevros, because Nevros doesn't actually have a written language, in Provincial, whatever. They all say the same thing. It says healer.
Can you repeat that?
It says healer in multiple languages. Different armbands that go down his left arm. He's fiddling with his rifle. That's a euphemism, to be sure. But yeah, he just sort of has his like hands on the front of the barrel, and on like the top, and just sort of tapping his hand against the wood of it.
Does he have other gear on him besides like bullets and a rifle?
Bullets, rifle, backpack.
Okay.
He looks geared and ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
So, you guys are the second waivers, huh? He remarks.
Did not intend to be here, but I point to Sandra. That one had an invitation onto a boat, and I needed to, shall we say, leave quickly.
Well, hope you don't plan on going back. I've never heard of anyone making return trips from this place. Other than, in a coffin.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Hopefully that won't be the case.
He shrugs.
Yeah.
How you guys finding the place so far? It's my hometown. I'm curious.
Busy.
It used to be a lot busier, let me tell you.
Oh yeah? What happened?
Well, that was back when the other colonies were still around. I didn't really pay much attention to it. I was pretty young still. I guess I am still pretty young, but you know what I mean. But yeah, back when the other colonies were still around, a lot more trade, a lot more movement, a lot more people coming in and out. Now, it's like a bit somber and quiet.
What happened?
He shrugs. Don't know. Different reports for different colonies. No reports for some colonies, stuff like that. We hear some got hit by traders. We hear some got hit by beasts. We got some that just turned into ghost towns. We don't know. Now it's just Driftweaver's Bay and then the other two way up north. But happy to have you guys here. Having some more fighting power is good. Having some proper things to drink. Stuff like that. Happy you guys are here. Really.
Driftweaver's Bay is quite charming. I particularly care for that fruit. What is it called? It's green and red.
He looks like green and red. Are you talking about grapes?
No. Big
Mango?
Yes, mango.
Oh, I don't eat fruit myself personally. I hate this stuff. just doesn't fill me up.
It's
But
good for you.
you know, that's what my cousin says, and you know, maybe someday I'll actually bother fully listening to her. But today's not one of those days.
What is your name, friend?
Oh, he holds out a hand. I'm Varric.
Nice to meet you, Varric.
I will type that in the chat for those of you that keep tabs on NPC names.
Yeah.
Damn, I wasn't even close.
I'm Varric.
Varric, I have one letter of.
You guys will probably know my cousin pretty well. Lena, she's sort of the captain, well, high captain, command, I don't know what the hell the term is, but of all the expeditionaries, and he gestures like with a finger in a circle around all of you guys. She's our boss. She's my boss too in more than one way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys probably heard of her.
Yeah. Around.
She's pretty strict. She's always been strict. Even when she was little. But don't hold it against her. She's a good soul.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I have to make that disclaimer to like everyone I meet that knows her. So just let you know.
Okay.
He looks around all you guys. So why are you guys here anyways? Obviously one he gestures to you, Tandem. You got dragged here apparently. And he gestures to you, Sandra. But what about the rest of you? What are you guys here for? Most people don't come to the new world without some reason. Usually.
Just saw the advertisement. Thought it'd be a good chance.
That'd be
I guess. Yeah.
Fair enough. I've heard worse
Chance to get
reasons.
away. Yeah, good chance to get away from everything, you know?
I once heard a story of a guy that came here on a drunken bet. And then he didn't realize he would not be able to go back, so... Yeah, he looks away awkwardly, yeah.
And his name was Varric.
I was... Listen here. I was born in the provinces. I came here when I was like 10.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. No, I need to meet this man. That sounds hilarious.
I mean... He might still be around. I haven't seen him. He's got a bit of notoriety. If something goes missing in town, usually the guards go to him first. He's a weird guy. Not a bad guy. I've hung out with him a couple of times. He's not bad. He's just weird.
Our new mission in life is to meet this man.
He's also super paranoid. So if you ever meet him and he gives you something, don't ever take it. Or take it and expect it to like blow up. Because that's just how he is.
Oh, okay.
Why are people giving him explosive devices? Or
We
stuff to
don't.
make explosive devices?
We don't.
He just
Remember
steals
how I
all the
said
shit.
when
Oh,
stuff...
gotcha.
Yeah, remember how I said when stuff goes missing we go to him? That's usually why.
Happen to have a
Right.
name.
His name's Mac.
Mac. Avoid Mac.
Yeah, I'll put that down too, I think.
It's... If you know how to spell Big Mac, remove Big, and then you know how to spell it.
But is Mac big?
Oh no, he's a scrawny thing. He's like a rat.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's, Very just like, I've been lost in words about... He's weird. He's weird. He's definitively weird. Weirdest guy I know.
Weird means interesting, but you don't understand it yet.
Are we
But also-
traveling along kind of a road?
On a road. It's like, it's not like a cobblestone road by any means. It's more like a dirt path that's well trodden.
Alright, I'll have Yuila fly up into the air about 90 feet above and do circles and keep an eye out, and if she spots anything, I would like her to notify me.
What's an owl's passive perception?
Probably like
It
12.
is... Yes, 12.
Okay, noted. I'm probably gonna forget.
Oh wait, no. 13.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Slightly wiser.
Slightly higher. Noted. What about you guys? Any points at you, Samuel? Any points at... How the hell do you say this name, Rebecca?
It's actually easy. Aminius.
Yes, that sounds so
This
easy.
looks overly complicated. I want to
Sorry.
say.
I could change it. It's
No,
just a
no,
really
no,
easy
it's-
name.
I'm like, I had like so many different ways of saying that in my head, and then you just shattered my
Aminius.
worldview. Aminius.
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 What about you two? And he points at you, Aminius, and you, Samuel.
I got tired of the weather in the capital.
I just need to get out of the house.
Oh yeah, you'll be getting out of the house a lot now that we're walking out here. Expeditionaries don't usually get too much of a chance to rest. Back when we had the first wave. Who knows? Maybe they'll be a bit more careful of us this time around. He shrugs. If not, then better get used to the carts, camping, out of the house stuff, huh?
Ah, the great outdoors, right?
He shrugs at that. To each their own. I personally don't trust this place. You notice his like nervous tapping against his rifle.
Well, that's comforting.
He stands up on the cart. There's a watchtower over there. You guys are rounding up over a hill. See the watchtower on an adjacent hill. There should be at least 2 guards out there right now. Says shouldering his rifle. Maybe 3 if it's warranted, but usually only 2. Do you guys want to do the talking? Because I'm not. I might be born here. Well, not born, but I might be raised here, but I'm not.
Not the talkative sort.
I'm not a talkative sort. Not unless it's people I know.
I can do it, need be.
All right. He hands it
No,
over. He does a grand
no
gesture.
stranger. No stranger to soldiers.
You could say that.
So, you guys are coming up on the watchtower. It is a very straightforward, simple, almost square. Proportions are probably not enough for me to textbook definition in a square, but it's close enough to square, the sort of cobble tower that goes up a few stories. There's but one door. You guys hop off the cart, and then Varric goes over to the horse and gives it a tap on the side of the neck, and it begins going back.
I rush up to the cart and grab my chest and hop off.
How heavy is this chest, by the way?
It is heavy.
Varric sees you like holding onto this heavy ass chest. You any hand there?
It's quite alright. I shoulder carry it.
I'm assuming you're gonna drop that in a fight.
I was thinking of leaving it here for now. It is locked.
With the watchtower? Sure. Speaking of the watchtower, let's head on in. They should have been alerted that we were coming by, so otherwise it'd be locked. Well, mega locked. You get what I mean.
Security locked.
It should be locked right now, but just knock on the fucking door.
Knock, 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 knock.
I shouldn't do that to you. Oh my god! The man himself.
What up, fam?
Did you die?
No.
Did you beat the session faster than your GM intended?
It's over.
Oh,
We were fighting Teemo.
Teemo?
Actually, Team.
Like Teemo, like League Teemo?
Yeah.
Yep, basically.
Like mushroom toxic cancer?
Yep.
Teemo?
Like, there was about 72 mushroom traps on this board.
oh shit.
Teemo hit him with the chemo because he's cancer? Gotcha.
It was-
You have not missed terribly much, I guess? Just introducing characters. And
Okay.
informing you're on the mission and you're out in the... Oh, wait for Garth to get back. Oh, perfect! Garth! Now that...
What is up, my dude?
Now that O is here,
hell
can
yeah.
you, as the designated chronicler, can you tell him what
God
happened
bless it!
up until this- Tell him the mission premise, at least.
I will leave again. Anyways, mission premise. I wrote this down. Where's that thing? So we're going to an outpost because they have sightings of. Did they say it was humanoid? Or did they just say figures?
They
said
said there was
figures.
something they saw, and then there was figures on the beach that looked a little bit more humanoid. shambling figures?
They said figures coming out of the water at night, shambling around on the beach, and before sun came up, they would go back into the water.
I see. Thanks, Crash. I'm glad we finally get to do this.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, like 100%.
Cough, cough.
Maybe I'm telling the truth, asshole. Maybe
I mean,
am.
fair.
Maybe I've surpassed my own idiocy. You ever think of that? That's what I thought.
It leads back around to genius.
Yeah, so anyways, Samuel, you go up and... I should stop doing that, because Tango's just... you knock on the door, and then you hear from the other side, you hear a click! And then Varric just, like, pulls you back slightly, like, he grabs you by the shoulder, like, and just pulls you back, like, a couple inches.
Mm.
And then you hear from the other side of the door, and who is that?
Should I introduce, like, myself, or, like, all of us, or what's the deal here?
They should have our names at least. So, introduce yourself, I guess.
Okay. Samuel Brightwood of the second wave.
Oh! Why did you say so? You don't hear an unclick, but you do hear a different style of click as multiple latches and stuff get undone, and you hear a wooden bar being pulled up, and then...
What's the first click? The click of a hammer?
You do see as this individual guardsman opens up, he has a shotgun at his side.
Okay.
Understandable.
Come on in. We're waiting for you.
They
Get
already
bored.
got hydraulic doors over here. That's crazy.
They also have guns! No, they also have guns, shut up! Asshole calling me out on my door noises. But yeah, so you guys shuffle in. It's a very sparse place, but to be fair, this is just a watch post, right?
Mhm.
It has, to its credit, a few, like, lounge chairs, as well as, like, a sort of coffee table that just sort of occupies the center of the room. A dining table off to the side, a hearth, and you see that there's actually a stew going right now.
Is there a relatively flat, even surface like a table?
No, yeah, there's like a dinner table and a coffee table and stuff.
All right. I'll look at Sandra and the others, and I'll say, "You've got this, yes?" And then I'll eyes cloud over, and I'm bird's eye view. I'm gonna try and make a map while they do the talking.
Oh, cool.
Roll me your cartography tools. Because I know you have them. First roll. Okay, first roll is going quite well. There's honestly not much out here. It's only a few hills that are going on the approach to like the coastline itself. This is basically almost equivalent to a lighthouse, except it's not close enough to the water. It doesn't have any lights in it, and stuff like that. There's not many landmarks that you can pick out just from how featureless this place is, other than its few hills. So making a map, you get a bird's eye view and begin trying to draw the map, and then you realize, like, other than this watch post and maybe visual sight on the town, there's not much to actually indicate where you are amidst this sort of vague area, geographically vague area.
Yeah,
like,
I'll
you've had better.
I'll use this to sort of like I'll start in a corner of a paper and I'll fill it in as I go.
Fair enough.
How many guards are in here right now?
There's only one.
Only one. Okay.
Yeah. Take a seat. You guys want some stew? We're making some chili right now. No?
Thank you for the
fine,
offer,
thank you.
but I'm fine.
No, I'm okay, thank you.
Alright.
I've got
More
some
for
rations,
us.
I'm right.
Thank you. That would be lovely.
Now we gotta take it. Here you go, fine. Blue miss.
Fine blueness.
He serves you a bowl. Gives you like a deep spoon to drink you with. Yeah. Okay, so you guys are here for the... Was it contracted?
We're getting
They're a
paid.
kid. Varric hears the word kid and you can see him under his helmet roll his eyes. Is it a contract or is this just a request? In technicality, it's a request by the city. So, So it's not a contract, is what I'm hearing. Shame. I also try to bleed you for some money. Kidding. He sits down at the dining table with his own bowl. So, what can I do for you?
Tell us
Yeah,
what you've
what?
been seeing. Get some more info.
Right. So, me and Philip up there. Probably these 2 nights. Gonna be 3 by tonight if it happens again. 2 nights now. Been seeing these humanoid-looking folk walking out of the water. Like the way you walk upstairs, they walk up the slope of the sea.
How many of them are coming up?
Just 2.
Oh.
It's pretty weird. We thought we might check it out at some point, but then who'd be watching the post? And then we got this idea that these are traders trying to lure us, and then when we leave to go check it out, they'll come in and take the post. You know, you get what I mean. Security stuff. So yeah, so we tell the city, and now here you guys are. So we stay at the post. You guys check it out. Post gets secured. Monster, human, people, whatever the fuck it is, get put down. Whatever.
Do they seem to just be wandering around, or are they looking for something?
They sort of shuffle around. These past, I don't know, we only had 2 nights, but I swear the last night they got closer to town, like not like just by like 5 paces or anything. I mean like probably like near half double distance.
Testing how close they can get.
Yeah. So sort of working their way up to town then.
We only had 2 nights to look at them, but that's what I think. Fill it up top. No, they're just walking around, man. They don't know what they're doing. They're probably just zombies or something. Zombies don't got direction.
Also, that would be very concerning.
Yeah, that's another thing in there. If it was zombies that had direction, I mean, someone's giving it. There's a whole can of fish that I don't want to crack into. Not fish. You ever eat sardines?
Fair.
Guess where we pack them? Out in town. Disgusting things.
Tanam's eyes revert back to normal, and he looks over to the table and the food, and he's like, "What is this culinary curiosity? Might I have some?"
This is chili. You ain't never have chili? Oh my God! He stands up immediately and goes over and pours a bowl. Might be a bit hot, but
I would ask why you would eat some stranger's food.
I prefer variety over old comforts. Half the fun of travel is to enjoy new food.
But you don't know what they put in it. It could be poison.
Do you really think they're going to poison the people that are looking into the problem?
But that is half the fun.
You think I would put poison, and then you hear some steps coming down from the stone staircase. I don't know, it feels like poison every time I eat it.
What if they didn't wash their hands?
Then you don't have to eat it, smart ass. You can wait until you go back to town and switch shifts. Fucking asshole. Goes back to the seat of the dinner table and continues chili sullenly.
Sullen chili.
Oh wow. Cool. Have you gotten the map finished then?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
Yep.
So 2 humanoids come out of the sea at night, go back in once day breaks.
Possibly moving closer to the city.
Possibly moving closer. Okay.
Did your mother never teach you to close your mouth when you're talking? Or finish your food?
To be fair, I did ask.
He opens his mouth and you see his like chili-filled mouth.
Oh.
That's not seafood yet.
Yeah. I'm just gonna block that, like, ew.
Charming.
Yeah.
You guys have any other question? Wait, why am I answering? Philly, you answer the questions. You're the one that started without me. So second waivers and kid. He just is a Varric. You had anything else? Do you feel him making his way over to the chili?
Do they always come out to the same region, or?
Yeah, as far as we know, there's a sort of an outreach, some headlands. You can see it from here. Honestly, you can probably see it from town even. There's some headlands that reach out, and then they sort of emerge from where the headlands meet the coast, if that makes where it becomes the same elevation.
Alright.
I wouldn't have I couldn't make an educated guess as to what's going on, could I? Or what these are. Maybe.
I don't know. What do you think they are?
They said zombies, but
Maybe.
That was almost a passing joke.
yeah, like I said,
They might be right. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, fair. They could be water zombies.
I don't know about. There's no. What I know about any aquatic races?
Aquatic races?
Like humanoid aquatic races?
Other than the one standing next to you,
I don't know what they are.
roll
They haven't told me.
me. What skills do you have proficiency on?
Every intelligence one.
Fair enough. Roll me nature. Anyone that has proficiency in nature can roll it. Oh yeah!
Dab on it.
Yo, wait. I need to make another one of these.
All right, good reminder.
Yeah.
List of
there's a
crits?
thing. Ye old list of crits.
Did I ever tell you that
So-
ye would be pronounced the? Oh wait, no, that's what Fred said. Never mind, I'll shut up.
Yes.
I forgot I
It's
stole
from
that.
Old
line.
English.
So this is how we keep track of who's good and who's not.